Come on, cows! Come on, cows, come on!
This is how Bruce Hennessy rings the dinner bell.
That seems to work out pretty well.
It's late November, and long after the last leaf has fallen and the growing season has gone by, Hennessy continues to graze his cattle on 30 acres along the Winooski River in Richmond.
The cereal rye and the ryegrass has come up in this late fall, early winter period for our winter grazing program. We're doing some experiments with how far we can go without feeding hay to our cows. And we've been down here now since mid-October, about when the perennial grasses have kind of stopped growing. As you can see, we've had a nice crop of ryegrass and rye that's really doing well with our cows.
Late-season grasses aren't the only things that thrive in these cooler conditions.
These cows love being out, below freezing temperatures. They love being outside. They do extremely well. They develop extremely hardy winter coats. They have a good heated water source and minerals and a very closely sheltered area that they can get into when the wind gets whipping up and severe in here.
Winter grazing keeps animals on pasture longer, which in turn keeps more money in the farmer's pocket.
The more you can extend your grazing season, the more economical that'll be for your farm, and also the better it'll be for your cows, particularly cows you're trying to grow for meat production.
How many acres here, Bruce?
150.
150, and you rent 300 down in Richmond.
That's right.
Hennessy's home farm in Huntington brings to mind the old nursery rhyme about Old MacDonald. There are sheep, pigs, horses, chickens, and of course, cows.
We're a diversified farm, and what we try to do is have all the animals work together. They all fulfill a particular niche in our program. We'll have pigs in a certain area, and we definitely will graze through those areas, but then we'll put in cows, and then sheep will run behind them. And then after the cows and sheep have gone through, we'll bring chickens through, and they eat parasites, spread manures, spread out all sorts of different things, and actually cleanse the pasture pretty well.
Using animals instead of tractors and plows to work the land keeps Hennessy's fuel costs low, reduces erosion, and improves the health of the soil. Another innovation that Hennessy employs creates a kind of outdoor buffet line.
Well, we're seeing our brood cows up on the hill here. They are on hay right now. One of our methods on our steep ground here for actually distributing manure when we are feeding hay during the late fall and winter before they go inside is that we're taking our round bales and we're rolling them out in long strips. And we're trying to cover ground with that. And what that does is distributes manure all over the place rather than sitting a round bale down on the ground and having them all focus on a small circle. First of all, that gives every cow a place at the table. The other part of it is that this is pretty low-end hay. It's late first cut hay. It's something that you do see some waste out here, but we don't think of it as waste. We think of it as additional organic matter for the soil. And we've had great results with improving our fertility out here with that kind of program.
The practices of sustainable agriculture that are being used on this farm extend from Hennessy's own passion and philosophy.
Allowing the cows to do what they naturally want to do, go out and feed on the grasses that they've evolved to feed on, but also the thing I'm most passionate about is producing the healthiest possible food that you can produce.
Healthy food from healthy animals raised on healthy soil.
There is some potential just to let the grass grow then.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love letting the grass grow. That's right.
Whatever the season. In Richmond, I'm Keith Silva with Across the Fence.